Okay, I had to start this thing over, and I think I'm live this time. I think I am live this time. Hopefully, everybody can hear me, and it's not on the wrong thing. So, ooh, I'm having problems. I'm having technical difficulties. So let me take away the other one that I shared and share this one. So I shared a video earlier from a lady who was talking about this also. Um, it was a good video. I just felt like she was a little bit too down on us black folks. But let me. So what am I talking about here? Here. Okay. I wasn't prepared. I'm prepared now. Hopefully y'all can see me. We're gonna go ahead and start this live with Carnival New Rules, Facts from Fiction, and how I feel about it. So as most of you know, Carnival have come out with some new rules, and some people consider those rules slightly racist. Not even slightly; they consider those rules a little racist. If you can hear me, okay, please drop down. And let me know if you can hear me, okay. And so we're gonna do facts from fiction. Let me answer one more question, and then I will be right with y'all. I apologize. I should have been ready. Thought I was ready. I've been wanting to do this video for days, so we're gonna do it today. We're gonna do it today. So I'm ready. Okay. So Carnival have come up with some new rules that. Let's see if I can find them. And I apologize if I'm making y'all dizzy by doing it. Okay, here's the new rules. Here's the new rules that Carnival have come up with. And some people believe that these rules are targeted towards the black community, African American people, black cruisers, and we're gonna do hopefully what becomes facts from fiction. So what are the new rules? And some of these rules have been around forever, so I don't know how they ended up on the new rule, or they haven't been around forever, but they've been around for a couple of years. So, teen curfews. There's now a teen. There's always been a teen curfew, but I think the previous teen curfew started at 17. The teen curfew, guests 18 and under must follow a 1 a.m. curfew in public areas unless they are with an adult 21 plus. Age policy. Solo cruises must be 21 or sail with someone 25 plus. Teens 18 through 20 must be booked with a guardian. I recall some years ago, my daughter's 27 and going on 28 now, so she's been out of college for a long time. But her and her friends went on a Carnival Cruise, and one of their friends could not. They was spring break. It was during spring break. And one of their friends could not go because she was not 21 yet. They were going in March, and she wasn't going to be 21 until August, and she could not go because none of them was over the age of 25. So that's been a rule that's been around, I know personally, for a while. Fan ban. Now, this is where it gets interesting for some people. Carnival has banned folding clack fans inside nightclubs, and indoor dance floors for safety. Battery powered fans are still allowed. What is a battery powered fan? I have a fan that's runs by you can charge it up like your cell phone. I can hold it in my hand and cool myself off. Y'all know what those are. But those fans that you clack and throw, and them big fans, cute fans, they are not allowed on the inside, on indoors or inside nightclub. Pool chair rule, which I absolutely love. Leave your chair for 40 plus. Leave your chair for 40 plus minutes unattended, and the crew will clear your items. Okay. Behavior consequences. Disruptive guests can be removed with no refund and fined up to $500. Boarding requirements. Check in online by midnight before sailing. Print your boarding pass and luggage tags. Bring all requited. I think that's supposed to be required. Maybe it's requited. I don't know. Travel documents, ID, passport, visa, or you can't board. Okay. So those are the new rules that everybody that's losing it over. And this person right here says Carnival Cruise introduced all these new rules to discourage black folks. That's acting a fool on their cruise ships from cruising, but it actually deters folks who are just trying to have a good time from cruising their brand too. Here are a few of the new written rules, but be prepared for unwritten, made up as you go rules as well. So if it's not, they say be prepared. And hey, Tony Mays, it says to be prepared for unwritten rules, but why are we throwing in stuff that Carnival hasn't said? Why are we adding things to it that Carnival never said? That's number one. Number two, why when it comes to negative do we run right to it as Black people? Why do we always associate ourselves with negative? Why are we thinking that these rules are for us? We've got to stop. Every time we hear something negative, when we hear ghetto, we got to stop thinking it's us. Most of y'all ain't never even lived in the ghetto. It's like when we hear project, we got a low budget, we got to stop identifying with those things. Why are we identifying with negative? Like I said, some of y'all ain't never lived in the project. Some of y'all ain't never lived in low budget. Some of us. So why are we running right? Oh, they're talking to me. That's me. They're not talking. They're not. Okay, let me keep going. So these are the same rules that I just read. The ship is a shared space, and keeping our Carnival values, we urge you to show care and respect for others, including our team members. Our experience has taught us that anyone has a better time when a spirit of community and neighborness is shown by all. So here it goes on again to talk about that curfew, which I enjoy. There is nothing worse than a bunch of kids running around after hours unattended, knocking on your doors. We was on this wasn't even a Carnival, this was a Royal. They wrote on my birthday sign that I had on my door. They drew male private parts on them. I said if I caught one of them little kitties out in the hallway, I was going to trip them and pop them on their hand like I birthed them. Okay, so they got the curfews going. It used to be 17. They have raised that age to 18. 18 and under. 18 and under. Okay, I know you think you're grown at 18, but you got to be with someone or not out. The guest quarters, please refrain from running and making noise, including shouting and screaming in the hallway, since doing so disrupts other guests who may be resting, sleeping in their staterooms. Personal devices. For safety reasons, public announcements must be heard by all guests. Consequently, guests must use earphones when listening to music or watching shows, movies, or personal devices such as mobile phones, tablets, laptops, and public spaces. All speakers and radios are prohibited and will be confiscated. So that means if you're out on deck, you're in a public space, that is not the time to hook up your Bluetooth to your phone, tablet, whatever, and you're going to have yourself a party outside of what Carnival's doing. Whether you're on the deck, whether you're in a casino, whether you're in any public space, you're in the dining hall, you're in the Windjammer, if you're in the Royal, or this is Carnival, so you're in the buffet, wherever you are, they don't want you. We don't want to hear your music. Your music's great for you, but the rest of us ain't got to hear it. So that's what they're saying. Now where I ain't got to the Black folks yet, because this is everybody folk. This is everybody folk. Handheld fans and beverages. Again, this is where it gets tricky. For safety reasons, handheld fans are not permitted in nightclubs or indoor dancing. In addition to, beverages are not allowed on the dance floor. You go to the regular club and they tell you do not bring your beverages on the dance floor. Hey, everybody coming in. Thank you for coming in. Please double tap. Hit that like button. I appreciate it. So it's not allowed. Okay, it is those handhelds. They are not allowed. Those fans are not allowed on the floor, nor are the or drinks. Now you go to the nightclub, you can't take your. They tell you don't take your drink on the floor. They say don't take your drink on the floor. That's not in the cruise. That's everywhere. Everywhere I've ever been, that's been a nightclub, a night lounge, or anything, they say, please, they will stop. The DJ will stop and say, please get off the floor with drinks. If somebody drop a drink, the glass bust, or water on there, people could slip. It could be accident. Those handheld fans, I love them. I have one myself. It's out in my car. I bought it at Bike Week. And I ain't used it yet, but I like them. You know, when you clicking and you on the inside, if you hit somebody in their eye, in their head, it might cause some problems. You might harm somebody. You know, they say from the inside. They ain't say nothing about the outside. And I ain't read nothing about they not doing the wobble. Boots on the ground. Oh, they ending boots on the ground. No, they said no fans on the inside. See how y'all add stuff to it and think, oh, look what they doing. Look what, no. Until I see Carnival official notice that they're doing that, I can't say that they're doing it. We're adding stuff to it. And there are people on the cruise right now. Go to Facebook, go to TikTok, go to Instagram. They're saying, look, we're on the cruise right now and we're doing boots on the ground. And all of this is supposed to go into effect June 2025. It's July. And they are still playing boots on the ground, which personally I'm tired of hearing. They're still playing boots on the ground, and they still allowing people to do line dances. And if you're outside, you can still have those fans. You cannot have it on the inside. Illegal narcotics. Marijuana includes cannabis and deviations and other illegal substances are unlawful and is strictly prohibited on board. Do not attempt to purchase or use illegal substances on ashore, as you may be arrested and allowed back on board. What's new about that? What's new about that? Only thing new about that is that, to me, Carnival haven't been enforcing it. How many times have I sat on my balcony and plain D caught a contact? I was high. I ain't smoked nothing. I don't smoke weed. I don't do any. I drink. I don't smoke. I don't do no drugs. I don't do no gummies, no pills, no nothing. I drink. Okay? Legal alcohol. And how many times I've sit on my balcony and I have inhaled all of the weed, because it's coming from other places. So they're saying now we're going to enforce that. You get caught with it. The dogs are out there. They're sniffing you. You get caught with it. You're in trouble. If you live somewhere, and it doesn't matter if you live, weed is legal in Virginia. But it's not legal when you take it over to Florida and get it on the ship. So just because it's legal where you are, you still got to follow the rules of the ship. Okay? So what's new about that? What's black about that? Ain't nothing new nor black. Smoking. Smoking of any kind in undesignated areas such as staterooms, balconies, strictly prohibited. Smoking violates violate any willful or negligent act discharging or releasing any unauthorized items overboard will result in a $500 charge per violation. Additionally, reimbursement costs for the damage or destroyed Carnival property will be posted on the guest sale and sign and sell account. Any guest who violates these policies or whose conduct affects the comfort, enjoyment, safety, and well-being of the guests or crew will be fined, disembarked at their own expense. And that means you over in the Bahamas, you over in Australia, you over in Alaska, and you break these rules and they disembark, they put your behind off the ship. You got to get home by your own expense. They can put your stuff out there. And banned from selling on Carnival in the future. The ship leaders and I dedicated to safety and making sure everyone on the board feels welcome under our have fun, be safe motto. Please direct any concerns to our guest services security team. Matter can address this promptly. So again, I'm looking at these new rules. Hey, everybody coming in, please double tap. I appreciate it. And those of you watching the replay, please double tap or hit the like button. I appreciate it. Share it out. So again, the people, you have people on TikTok and Instagram and social media saying this is a black thing. And once one person say it's got to be true and everybody else start repeating it, they're saying things like, oh, they're not letting us play rap music, or they're not playing rap music. The DJs are not playing rap music. Well, I ain't seen Carnival write that, but I have heard, and again, Carnival ain't said nothing, but I have heard they start playing any type music, radio version, the clean version. They've started doing that. Again, why are we, these rules that I read from the first part I read to this, why are we taking anything that said that was done that was negative? Why are we, embracing it as us being black people? These are rules. These are rules that we want to go on a cruise where we paid a whole lot for it or a little bit for it. We want to go on vacation to enjoy ourselves. Most of us don't want to see fights. Most of us don't want to inhale unwanted weed. Some of y'all do. I don't. Most of us, we want to have some good, peaceful, a good, peaceful vacation. Now, there are some people who feel like it ain't fun unless there's drama. There are some people who feel like it ain't fun unless there's some cutting food going along. But for the majority of us, we want to be at peace, right? So why are these rules such a problem, and why do we think that they're discouraging black people from going on a cruise because of these rules? I don't see personally anything here that would discourage me as a black person from going on the cruise, from going on the Carnival Cruise. So here's another one. Carnival New Cruises. It addresses minor and age policies. It conduct safety and have fun. Okay. Public awareness. Beverage on board. I even heard somebody saying that they was going to lower the amount of beverage that you was going to get. I ain't seen that nowhere. I haven't seen that anywhere. It's always, well, I don't know whether it's always been, but since I've been cruising and buying the drink package, it's been 15 drinks. 15 drinks. That's what you buy when you buy the drink pack. Among other drinks, you get all the soft drinks, all the water, all the specialty coffee, all the, anything liquid, pretty much anything liquid you're going to get. That's unlimited. And then the alcohol is limited to 15. So, what's changed about that? And you got to wait 5 minutes between. So what's changed about that? And then the loyalty or rewards update, where they're changing, and even that's to everybody. They ain't say we're gonna change the loyalty and rewards update to black people, to people of color, to brown people. It's for all people. So again, where is the discouragement of getting black people on the cruise? Where is this in all of this stuff? I'm not talking about the rumors that people are saying. I'm talking about the actual rules that Carnival put out. Let me see. Club Chat Travel says, "Hey, cruising chat. These folks want to be ratchet. Ninjas are the ones that mad. Black folks want to vacation in peace." Yes, there are. I know communities, several communities of black people everywhere that likes to travel, and all of them are decent, tax-paying, law-abiding citizens who work hard and want to enjoy the fruits of their labor. No one wants to see folks in pajamas and bonnets in the buffet area. Amen. Amen. And if you do, there are ships for you. But Carnival is about to clean their ships up because because they want more people who want a good, decent vacation to be able to come on their ships and enjoy it. You see what I'm saying? Now, I hate when people say the Walmart at the seas, because who don't go to Walmart? Everybody like going to Walmart. Everybody go down to the Walmart, or as our parents say, the Walmart. But again, when it becomes the ghetto of the seas, the projects of the seas, it's like, first of all, why you black people associate each other? Why when somebody say ghetto, you be like, oh, you talking to me? You ain't never lived in the ghetto. But anyway, so people want a decent place to go. The Bush says, the prices, it may increase. It could. I mean, I don't think it would have to do with the new rules. It would have more to do with, what's going on in the economy, I would assume. I didn't understand how people go on vacation and feel like the rules no longer apply. Right. And listen, I like Carnival. Everybody knows that at one point Carnival was my pick. Now, there were certain Carnival ships I wasn't going on. Certain ones, but I ain't, because I do my research. I know just because, let's use hotels. I know just because something is under the Hilton brand, not all of them going to be nice. Let's break it down even more. I know just because something is under the Hilton brand and it's an Embassy, because I like the Embassy suites, I know all of them not owned by the same person, not going to be nice. So when you're looking at the fleet of ships under the Carnival fleet, it's under the Carnival fleets, but they're all not equal. You got some nicer ships, then you got some not so nicer ships. Now, I've been on the poop cruise. Y'all know I did a little video on the poop cruise. I've been on the poop cruise. I didn't even know it was the poop cruise. When I went on, it was 2022 as the sunrise. I didn't smell nothing, by the way. I smelled nothing. And I was on the 7th floor. But, or the 7th deck. But, so I've been on the sunrise. I've been on the Mardi Gras. You know what I'm saying? Mardi Gras is a little nicer. It's newer. Now, when I do my research, there are certain ships I'm not going on. Conquest. I'm not going on it. Because the reviews are not great. They tell you it's dated. When you go look at the reviews and you go, just like you do your hotels. Before y'all go to a hotel or Airbnb or VRBO, don't y'all look at the reviews? Don't y'all watch the reviews? Well, the reviews already tell us that there are certain ships that's dated, that needs upgrading. The pools are not nice. So I'm not going on those. And that's the same thing when I look at Royal. There are certain ships in Royal Fleet I'm not going on. So what's new on board? So again, no handheld fans. Listen, we don't want you hitting us with the fan down in the club. That start fights. Okay? No Bluetooth speakers while I'm sitting somewhere. Now, if you have a group and you have already talked to Carnival, their team, their entertainment team, that there is a place you can go to customer service and you have a group and you can talk to them and say, can I go over to this area? And they will find you a designated area, rope that area off, and that can be your area. And they'll tell you whether or not you can use that. More than likely not, because they already have the music set and the entertainment set and whatever. So you can use your Bluetooth in your room. Now, here's another thing. And this happened on the Royal, didn't happen on the Carnival. I hope Really Big TV is in here. Because I'm going to tell you what, them little kids on that August cruise, they could have got whoopings. Okay, they needed some whoopings. So I don't know whether these was the same kids who wrote on my birthday thing, you know, the male pickles. But the last night of the cruise, these little girls or whoever these kids were, me and Really B had one room between us. Like I was in 51, this person in 53, she in 55. So it's a room between us. These people between us got on our darn nerves because it's like we want to go out on the balcony and chill. They out there with their Bluetooth playing the same song over and over and over and over again and making noise and giggling and carrying on. That's why they're see these rules, and those kids were not black. They were not black. They were not black. And again, this wasn't on the Carnival, this was on the Royal. But that's why they're saying, you know, these Bluetooth, that's why they're cracking down on these Bluetooth speakers, you know, because people want everybody to hear their stuff. I don't get that. Put you the Bluetooth in your ears. Again, I'm all with the curfew. I understand why they're saying, look, be with somebody unless you're military, and I don't know what military, because military can act up, but they're saying unless you're military or married, you know, I guess they say because you're fighting for your country. I don't know. But unless you're military or married, you know, if you're 21, you got to be with somebody 25. Cannabis. Do they have to really tell you that it's banned? Even for medical use. If you got something that you got to take the weed for medical use, you can't cruise. You can't cruise unless you going to somewhere. You can't cruise. I was gonna say unless you going to Jamaica and then you smoke it off and then get back on. But what if we miss that port? You can't cruise. If you gotta have it, you can't cruise. Drink package limit of 15. When did they stop? I didn't know you can get over 15. I done had the bell ring on me. It's not many times, but I had that. You reached your 15. Miss Cruiser, you reached your 15. You can't drink no more. It's 15 per day in a 24-hour day. You reached it. So when did they reports of less hip hop rap music on board? Now that is a rumor that I have not seen anything that said that from Carnival. So it seems like a lot of these rumors are being started based on these rules, like the handheld. Okay, the handheld, it must be boots on the ground. The handheld must be the wobble. But I'm not seeing Carnival say any of these stuff. I'm seeing y'all say some of this stuff. Like this person right here, hey Richard George, says, y'all done got boots on the ground fans banned on the Carnival line. Shaking my hand, where them fans at? Reading is fundamental. It don't say it's banned. It says you cannot use it in the nightclub. So y'all take stuff and run with it. It don't say it's banned. It says you can't use it in a nightclub. Big difference between something being banned. Let's hear what this brother have to say. Cause y'all done took this stuff all out of proportion.
I really need everybody to read. Like, Reading is so fundamental, and I really wish more people would do it. So I'm making this video because um, I am a big fan of cruises. Love cruising. At one point, my wife and I and a big group of friends, we would cruise every year. We cruised yearly from like 2006 to like 2018. And due to some movements because of my job, like literally I was in the military, moving around the country, we kind of stopped cruising for a minute. But we went on a cruise in May of 2025, and I had a great time. It was just like it used to be. We had a good time. They played good music. We did line dancing. You know, we did buy the drink package, and I felt like it was worth it because you got way more than just alcohol. But long story short, I need everybody to read. So Carnival has introduced these new rules that's going to take place on the ships going forward. First off, people talking about Bluetooth speakers. Carnival has banned Bluetooth speakers since like 2023. So the fact that like now people are just learning that this ban has been in place for 2 years, that just means you ain't been paying attention. One thing that I did between my cruises, my last cruise was in 2018. You know what I did? I went and started reading about what has changed in cruising, and quite a bit had changed. And I almost felt like a brand new cruiser on this cruise I went on in May because it had been so long between this cruise and my last one. But I learned a lot, and I learned that Bluetooth speakers were banned. I was going to bring my speaker because I listen to music in my room sometimes. I still did. I just had to listen to it from my phone or using headphones. So the speaker ban is not new. So, you know, the song Boots on the Ground has gone viral and it's very popular, especially in the African American community. We like to dance to it. I just learned to dance myself about a week ago when I was at an event in Atlanta, but that's beside the point. So, there's a part on the song where females pull out fans and they like clap the fans open, right? And it's entertaining, it's cool, but the fans have been banned in indoor spaces and indoor dance floors, not everywhere on the ship. Meaning that if y'all out on the Lido deck and they play Boots on the Ground, guess what? That's outdoors. That's not indoors. Y'all still could clack y'all fans. So again, I need everybody to read so they can understand. And then one last thing. One of the things I learned in my research leading up to my cruise I took in May was that, you know, you have party cruises. I've always cruised on Carnival because it's just if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We've always had a good time. I've gone on over 10 cruises over the years. And so if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And so Carnival's always been the fun ships. Literally, that's what its slogan is. And so one thing I've noticed, though, I always go on 7-day cruises. The shortest one we normally go on is like a 5-day. But usually we cruise in 5 to 7 days. And on that ship, it's a good mixture of have a good time, hip hop, 80s music, you know, relaxing stuff, party. It's a mixture of all that kind of stuff. The short cruises, those little weekend cruises to nowhere, those 2 and 3 day cruises, those tend to, this is what I learned from my research, not my personal opinion, because I don't go on them like that, but from the research I've completed, I'm learning that the short cruises tend to be the ones that have the more rowdier crowds. And why? Because, I'm taking this 2 days to get away, and I'm trying to get it all the way turned in and do everything I can in 2 days. So I get that. I've even seen some places that nickname those type of short cruises booze cruises. Whatever. Do I think it's ghetto? Do I think it's hood? No, I don't. I think it's people who only have a limited amount of time to be off from work or away from whatever their responsibilities are, going on a quick vacation, trying to have fun. I don't think these policies are racist. I don't think that it's a problem, not for me, for none of them. And I think everybody needs to calm down. And again, do your research and read. Don't just jump on the bandwagon because everybody said it. Read. Use your eyes. Let the information come through your eyes, through your brain, and then understand and comprehend. And guess what? Carnival is very active. If you have questions, you can ask them. Bon voyage.
I thought that he summed it up perfectly. He summed it up perfectly. Concerning read. Make sure you understand. Don't add more to it. And some of this stuff has been around forever. I have set some goals. If y'all want to see the goals, I've set them late. So this person right here says, hey, everybody coming in. Hello. This person right here says, some of y'all acted a complete fool on these Carnival cruises and made these folks change the rules. Your kids have been running wild. Young folks fighting. Y'all been click-clacking fans all up in people's faces. No more saving chairs. You don't even come back to the chair. I hate that. I hate that. You see them chairs. People be saving them chairs all day long. I can't stand it. It's so rude. Act a fool if you want. They will kick you off the ship. No, you won't get refund. They will fine you $500 and they will get their money because you already got your credit card on file. Or they won't let you leave. If you owe a balance, they ain't gonna let you leave the ship. They ain't gonna let you leave. You can't leave the ship till you pay the balance. That's not the worst part. Whenever they put you off the ship, you are responsible for getting yourself home. That last minute international flight ain't going to be cheap. So before you decide to show up on these folks' ship, you better weigh your options. Number 6, when you are packing, put your passports, star ID, birth certificate, and visa if needed in the purse bag that you know you're going to keep with you. Don't put it in your check bag. That's something I don't know why people do it. Thank God I've never done that, but I know people are trying to make sure they have everything they need, but you can't put that in your check bag. I'm sorry for all the notifications. Y'all know I work during the daytime. But these are some rules. These are some rules, and I don't think so. In my opinion, separating fact from fiction. Some of the fictional things that people said is that they're going to cut out R&B music. We ain't seen nowhere where Carnival said that. They're going to cut out the wobble and the boots on the ground. That's not factual. They said the fans not on the inside. They're going to limit drinks. Well, it's already been limited to 15. You want unlimited? Go on Royal. Royal has unlimited. It's just all types of fictional things to get black people. Other cruise line, Royal, Virgin, MSC, Norwegian. Did y'all put these rumors out, these fictional things out to get the black people all up in a tizzy? And the rules that they're doing, a lot of us have been complaining about in the first place. So, there you go. That's separate facts from fiction. Now, if later on they do come out and they say, we ain't playing no rap music. I don't care for rap music, no way. I don't care for rap music, no way. But if it seems like they're going towards where they are targeting black people, I come back out here and do another video and say, look, this is receipts or evidence where they are targeting black people. If it looks that way, I'm going to say so. Because I'm going to be the first not to give them my money. But it does not seem that they're targeting black people. It seems like they're trying to make it better for all travelers, including black people. More peaceful, safe, more enjoyable. So there you have it. Y'all can drop down in the comments and let me know what you think. Be respectful about it. When you do, drop down in the comments and let me know what you do think. Be very respectful. It was another person that I shared on my community wall earlier that said, hey, Carnival, make it earlier. She actually said 11 o'clock. She said 11 o'clock. But, there needs to be a curfew. They just run. And whether you're on Carnival. That's why a lot of people going to Virgin now. They're going over to the Virgin Voyages because they don't want to be dealing with the kids. They don't want to be dealing with the kids. And normally kids don't bother me. But in August, kids got on my nerves, and they're not bad enough to make the cruise bad, but they got on my nerves. We wanted to spank a couple of them. But, that's why a lot of people go on to Virgin because they're not making the parents, the parents get on the cruise and they just like, oh, y'all go ahead, find you some friends. Go off. We'll see you at the end of the cruise. We'll see you in 5 days. Holla. No, you gotta watch your kids. They give them walkie-talkies. They talking to their parents through walkie-talkies. Where you at? I'm over here at such and such. You don't know that. You ain't lay eyes on them. But yeah, so hopefully Carnival will enforce these rules. Things to get better where people want to go on a Carnival cruise again. I travel with some people. 2 of my friends I can name off. 2 of my friends I can name off that. My friend Renee and my friend Really BTV. Neither one of them going on a Carnival. Now, Really BTV gonna say, I ain't say that cruising. Well, yes, you did. They ain't going on no Royal Caribbean. No Carnival cruise. They prefer Royal Caribbean. They ain't going on no Carnival. So hopefully they'll make it good enough to where people will want to go on Carnival. I still like Carnival, but it got to the point where I was going on over to the Royal because I wanted less ratchet. Now, The reason why I like Carnival is because Carnival give me a little bit of what I don't get at home. When I'm at home, I'm somebody's mama. I'm now somebody's grandma. I'm a professional on my job. You know, I'm a little bit. I mean, I don't get to turn up. I can get on Carnival and turn up. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to be ratchet. There's a difference between a little turn up and being and having fun, being on the fun ship, and being ratchet. There's a huge and being criminal and being irresponsible and being wild and loose and everything. So thank y'all for coming in. Drop down in the comments respectfully. Tell me what you think. What are your thoughts? And remember to live in peace on purpose. And no matter what, I don't care what you're going through, remember all is well. Thank y'all again for coming in.